Be prepared. Everything you trusted is about to collapse. Love lied to you, and you believed every word. This isn't just another Venus transit. Around March 26th, when Venus enters Pisces, the emotional mask comes off, and the truth hits hard. But here's the thing. Even though it hasn't officially hit yet, we're already feeling it. This energy is so powerful, so undeniable, that it's going to affect you, whether you believe in this or not. The fantasy fog is lifting. Some will wake up to deep, soul-shaking clarity. Others, they'll fight it, deny it, run from it. But no one is getting through this unchanged. And there's something specific about you that's about to shift, and it's going to be so obvious to everyone around you. But you won't even realize it. Keep watching, because this shift is about to change how people react to you, and I'll break it down later, so stick around. But first, let's expose the biggest spiritual lie you've been told about soulmates. And yes, it's going to sting. You've been lied to about what a soulmate really is. We've been fed this idea that a soulmate is one perfect person, destined just for us. But what if that's not the truth? What if soulmates aren't meant to stay forever? What if their real purpose is to shake us awake? Over the next few weeks, some of you are going to feel a spiritual shift in your connections. Someone you thought was your forever person, you might start seeing cracks in the illusion. And on the flip side, someone you dismissed long ago, they might suddenly feel magnetically important. This Venus retrograde in Pisces isn't about finding the one. It's about finding the part of yourself you gave away in the name of love. And the moment you realize this, everything changes. But here's the twist. This energy isn't just revealing the truth, it's testing you. And most people are going to fail without even knowing it. The universe doesn't test you to break you, it tests you to show you what you still believe. Even though Venus isn't in Pisces yet, we're already starting to feel it. A strange pull, a deep stirring in the heart. It's subtle, but it's there. Like something is shifting beneath the surface of love itself. Venus retrograde moving into Pisces isn't just another astrological event. It's a spiritual exam. The universe is watching, not to punish you, but to see if you've truly learned. Old patterns are creeping back in. There's this eerie temptation to believe in the best version of someone, even if that version never really existed. The lines between love and illusion are thinner than ever. And some people will be so enchanted by the fantasy that they'll willingly ignore the truth. This is where the test begins. Will you let yourself get pulled into the same cycle, mistaking longing for love? Or will you finally see things clearly? Because this isn't just about romance, it's about spiritual maturity, about how you handle beauty, attraction, and desire when the universe hands you both a dream and a warning at the same time. Some will fail. They'll chase something that isn't real, get lost in the longing, fall for the illusion. But others will pass with clarity, stepping out of the fog forever. And that's when something even deeper starts happening, because once the illusions crumble, something else takes their place. And it's not just about love anymore. When the real world feels too much, the soul craves an exit. Right now, the energy in the air is pulling people into a strange kind of retreat. But this isn't just about needing alone time. This is about wanting to disappear. And it's happening in different ways. Some will drown in nostalgia, replaying old memories as if they can somehow change the past. Others will lose themselves in distractions, binging shows, scrolling endlessly, chasing dopamine wherever they can find it. And for some, the pull toward emotional numbness will be dangerously strong. Watch yourself. If you suddenly feel the urge to ghost everyone, drop responsibilities, or escape into a version of reality that isn't real, that's the Pisces effect at play. This energy makes everything feel too blurry, too soft, too unreal. It makes you want to float away and forget. But here's the secret. Escaping isn't always a bad thing. If you channel it right, this can be one of the most creatively powerful times of your life. This is the energy of the poet, the artist, the dreamer. This is where inspiration floods in from the unseen realms. So if you feel like retreating, don't just disappear into numbness, turn it into something. Write, paint, create, meditate. Let your mind drift, not into nothingness, but into meaning. Because if you're not careful, this transit can pull you under. But if you use it right, it can elevate you into something greater. Not all heartbreaks are tragedies. Some are liberations in disguise. Right now, something in your love life is unraveling. And if it feels like your heart is breaking, it's because it is. But that's the point. Venus retrograde in Pisces is not here to destroy love. It's here to destroy illusion. It's dissolving the false stories you've told yourself about relationships, about soulmates, about what you thought love was supposed to be. And that's why, for some people, this transit feels like loss. A relationship that once felt untouchable suddenly feels shaky. A person you swore was the one starts to feel distant. Or maybe nothing is actually happening on the surface, but inside there's this aching, gnawing feeling that something is shifting. And here's the truth you might not be ready to hear. If something is ending now, it's because it was never truly aligned. It was built on illusion, projection, fantasy, and Venus in Pisces, she doesn't let illusions survive. But don't mistake this for punishment. This is sacred destruction, the kind that makes room for something better, because some of you are going to hold on. You'll try to patch things up, convince yourself it's just a phase, that love is meant to be fought for. But deep down, you already know the difference between fighting for love and clinging to a sinking ship. If something or someone is slipping away right now, let it. Because on the other side of this heartbreak, there's freedom. The kind of freedom that sets your soul back on its true path. But the real danger isn't in letting go. It's in holding on to something that was never real to begin with. Sometimes we don't miss the person. We miss who we were when we were with them. Something strange is about to happen. Over the next few days, you might feel yourself falling for someone all over again. But before you make that call, before you send that message, ask yourself one thing. Are you in love with them or the memory of them? Venus in Pisces is like emotional time travel. It blurs the lines between past and present, making nostalgia feel just as vivid as reality. Old feelings resurface. Exes suddenly seem magnetic again. A name you haven't thought about in years pops into your head, and out of nowhere, your heart aches like it was yesterday. It feels like a sign, a cosmic nudge. But is it? Or is it just your mind, craving a love that no longer exists? Because here's what no one tells you. Sometimes the person you're missing isn't real anymore. Maybe they've changed. Maybe you have. Maybe what you had was only meant to exist in that moment in time. But nostalgia is seductive. It makes you romanticize what was and ignore what is. It can make you chase a ghost. And for some people, this is where the cycle begins again. The texting, the longing, the emotional déjà vu. But for others, this is where the cycle finally ends. Because not every love story needs a sequel. Some only exist to show you who you were and who you've outgrown. So before you get lost in the past, ask yourself, is this love? Or is this just a memory that doesn't know how to let go? Not everyone drowning wants to be saved. Some just want company in the deep. Something inside you is about to switch on. A feeling, an instinct, this overwhelming urge to save someone. Maybe it's an ex who's struggling, a friend who always chooses the wrong people, a stranger whose pain you can feel before they even speak. Suddenly, their suffering feels like your responsibility, and that's the trap. Pisces energy blurs boundaries. It makes compassion so intense that it becomes consumption. You don't just care, you absorb. And before you know it, you're not just helping, you're drowning with them. Be careful. Not all love is healing. This transit is where people mistake codependency for connection. They fall into the role of the savior, thinking they're helping, but really, they're being pulled into someone else's storm. And here's the hardest part. Some of you will call it fate. You'll swear this person was sent to you for a reason, that you're the only one who can heal them, that if you just give them enough love, they'll finally see the light. But Pisces' biggest illusion is the idea that love alone can fix someone. It can't. Because if someone doesn't want to heal, they won't. No matter how much you love them, no matter how much of yourself you pour into them, some people don't want to be saved, they just don't want to suffer alone. Love without losing yourself. Because the ones who truly belong in your life, they won't need you to bleed for them. And if you ignore this lesson now, if you don't learn to say no, to step back, to set the boundary, Venus in Pisces will teach you in a way that hurts. Energy doesn't lie. People feel you before you even speak. Remember when I said something about you changing, something so obvious to the people around you, but you won't even notice it happening? This is it. Venus rules your magnetic field. The way people perceive you, feel you, react to you. And as Venus moves into Pisces, your energy doesn't just shift, it becomes fluid, absorbing, expansive. People will start staring at you longer, noticing you in ways they didn't before. Some will feel instantly drawn to you, as if you've suddenly become familiar to them. Others might feel strangely intimidated, repelled, like you're holding up a mirror they weren't ready to look into. And you might not even realize what's happening, because this isn't about your looks, it's about your frequency, the energy you give off before you say a single word. And right now, that energy is loud. Pisces makes you unintentionally seductive. It amplifies your essence. But here's the warning. Your energy is also a sponge. If you're not intentional with it, if you don't protect it, you might start picking up everything, people's emotions, their projections, their chaos. So keep it clean. Keep it grounded. Don't let the wrong people shape your field, because the way people react to you now, it's not about them. It's a reflection of what you're radiating. If you keep looking for love outside of yourself, you'll never find it. This entire retrograde, it's an illusion-clearing mirror. It's stripping away false love, peeling back the layers of longing, of projection, of romanticized pain. It's forcing you to look at the one person you've been avoiding the most, yourself. Because here's the truth. The love you've been searching for, the love you think will complete you, the love you swear is out there, waiting, it was always you. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. Most people don't want that truth. Most people are terrified of their own reflection. That's why they chase, why they pour themselves into people who can't love them back, why they settle for almost and maybes instead of demanding certainty. Because it's easier to search than it is to sit in the stillness of your own presence and ask, what if I was always enough? That's what Venus in Pisces is showing you. The illusion of love, the stories you've told yourself, the ways you've mistaken longing for destiny. It's taking everything you thought you knew about connection and turning it inside out. This is the portal. This is the moment where you either cling to the illusion or step into the truth. And if you choose truth, if you choose yourself, that's when real love finds you. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.